What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls pregame coming up right now. Bulls back home taking on the raging LA Clippers tonight. They won't have Kawhi Leonard, but they still got James Harden and co, who have been on a tear, winning 13 of their last 15 games coming into tonight's action. The Bulls, meanwhile, coming on the heels of a big win over the Nets where Coby White went off. Can he keep up the hot shooting he had in their win on Sunday? Plus a couple of injury updates on Josh Giddey and Patrick Williams. All ahead next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you live from our CHGO Xfinity Loft here in downtown Chicago. CHGO Bulls pregame is presented by Michelob Ultra and Bet365. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior, so cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra and download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. What's going on, Bulls Nation? I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's Big Dave. Bam! BAWL Sports. Our guy, Will the Goat Gottlieb, at the UC for tonight's action. Make sure you're following him, too, Will_Gottlieb. He'll join us in postgame with intel from the locker room and Billy Donovan's postgame talking. And joining us on the controls tonight, her first Bulls game night.
Season debut.
Says, join us, CHGO. The one and only queen of the controls.
Glorilla, what's good? How are you?
So good. How are you?
Are you excited to be doing this with us?
I'm very excited.
Are you on your toes and ready and prepared?
I'm on my toes. I'm scared, though, for what you guys are going to do. But I'm excited because it just makes it more exciting for me.
Don't be scared, because here comes a gift behind you. No, I'm messing. No, you're good. I like how she looked anyway. That's pretty good.
I just wanted to make sure.
I get it. But yes, this is going to be fun. This is going to be a good time. Yes, we will throw questions at you, because that's what we do.
Fun night.
Yes.
Bulls have an opportunity to break the spell, at least temporarily tonight. Because you know what they are? They're 20-22.
Oh, okay.
A win tonight would mean that they are not somewhere between 2 and 4 games under 500.
Oh, my goodness. We can't have
Can they do it?
Honestly, they got a shot.
They have a shot.
I think they have a shot.
But, man, this Clippers team is playing well of late. We'll get to that. What up, French Bulls fan in the chat? Aren't you, flying across the Atlantic right now?
Yeah, right.
Clem and I were DMing back and forth last night, and they're on their way.
On his way.
And I think most of the country of France is coming from Bulls Nation.
They are.
For D-Rose night later this weekend.
And half of them are coming to see us.
Shout out to y'all.
Cool too. Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Strick in the chat who said, it's almost February when Kobe usually goes on a tear.
That's true. That's true.
And Rig Ski Man saying, say what you like. I'd rather be in a Chicago Bulls team situation than the Clippers. Fair take. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, our resident Clippers fan, Emma, is just always in her feelings about the SGA trade.
Correct.
But look, the Clippers, they had a woeful start to their season, but they have been playing better recently, despite everything that went wrong for them between the last season ending, their offseason, and the start of this season.
Yeah.
We will get to all of that, but just quickly, a couple of pertinent injury updates for tonight's action. Josh Giddey, according to Billy Donovan, and this came via a tweet from our very own Will the Goat Gottlieb pregame, will not play tonight. But Billy said he's progressed well, and there's a possibility he will be back in action when the Bulls take on the Timberwolves in Minnesota on Thursday.
That means he's playing. That's how I hear that. He's going to be playing, and depending especially on how this game pans out tonight, I think will dictate that for sure. If the Bulls get beat down, I think he absolutely is playing. The Bulls get a win, then maybe it's still a little bit up in the air, but I still think he'll be in the game. That's just my opinion.
He did go down to Windy City to just get a full, full run practice in yesterday.
He's ready.
So would assume that they will, recall him and, test things out. Probably, I would guess, let him go through all of his game day prep as usual and morning shoot around and then pregame warm-ups, and if there are no hiccups there, we could see him on the floor Thursday night. So that's good news
It is.
on the Giddey front. Meanwhile, what up, Forrest Phillips and Anthony in the chat? Thanks for joining us. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet. Patrick Williams also still out tonight dealing with that sprained ankle he suffered a few games ago. So Bulls just without an absolutely vital piece of their bench, he said sarcastically. As for the LA Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, shockingly, will not play tonight.
Shockingly, yes.
No, but honestly, to Kawhi's credit, he has played in 30 of their first 42 games.
I mean, shout out to him for that.
Good for him.
Good for
and
him.
he has
Proud
been
of him.
putting up buckets for them this season, by the way. Just over 28 points a game on 50, 40, 94 shooting splits, man.
Nasty, man.
Kawhi is bringing it this year.
You know,
he also
special.
currently leads the NBA in steals per game at 2.2. Like, this is a throwback the clock Kawhi season that we have on our hands. But the Clippers do not have him tonight. So good news for the Bulls there. He is dealing with a knee contusion, and he will sit out with that tonight. Of course, we already know out for season Bradley Beal, a misfire offseason acquisition of theirs. Derek Jones Jr. recently received a 6-week timeline before reevaluating an MCL sprain in his knee. Bogdan Bogdanovic also out dealing with a hamstring. Cam Christie, who's played spot minutes for them off the bench, was on the injury report with some sort of ab situation, but he is available to play tonight.
Okay.
So not the fully healthy Clippers. Obviously, no Kawhi, no DJJ, and no Bogdanovic. That's a shorthanded Clippers team, but the Bulls shorthanded as well tonight. So we got kind of a fair fight.
Yeah, kind of a fair fight. Also, Kawhi Leonard averaging like 6 rebounds a game as well. That lets you know his knees are feeling way better when he's doing stuff like that. Kind of a fair fight, though. You're right, Matt. But James Harden, man, is still doing James Harden stuff.
He does.
And he is just truly impressive. And we'll get into him a little later for sure, I'm sure. But the 26 points that he's averaging, you're going to see an uptick in those shot attempts tonight, in my opinion. I think that's going to happen for him on the floor. But, I love some Zubac Shakur.
Oh, yes.
He'll be out there on the floor tonight doing his thing. So he the big rebounder. I mean, I love a big guy who will get you that double-double and that physical double-double. So I'm interested to see that matchup with him and Vooch tonight because Vooch, kind of struggles with guys who have that kind of physical nature about their game. He's had that kind of struggle. But not to say he hasn't had success on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, it's been a struggle for him maintaining those guys. And also John Collins. John Collins has, been a guy who has kind of traveled around. He's a guy is going to score, but he's never been that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, for the team,
Yeah.
which, in my opinion, is why he's in a really great situation here with the Clippers. They're not asking him to be that.
Yeah.
They're just saying, dude, go do what you normally do, which is, score the ball and get some rebounds. And he's like, yeah, I could probably do that. Let me give you your 13 points and your 5 boards out here in those 27 minutes. So that's key. But you know who I want to see, Matt Peck.
Who do you want to see?
You know that man I want to see out there.
Who do you want to see?
And that is one young Christopher Dunn.
Oh, God.
Oh, he's back.
Bulls legend.
Oh, the legendary Chris Dunn. Got to hit up John Sabine tonight so we can do it right, baby. Talk to him about Chris Dunn.
Man.
And, I can't wait. I just want to see Chris Dunn do Chris Dunn stuff. I want to see him get into it with Dalen Terry. That's what I want to see happen. Give me that, Chris
Very
Dunn.
possible. And talk about a career resurgence for Chris Dunn. I thought that dude was cooked after he left the Bulls. But he has been an important piece of this Clippers team dating back to last season when they were the West's 5th seed. They did end up getting bounced in the first round in an epic 7-game series with the Denver Nuggets. But, Chris Dunn is hugely important to what this team is doing. So your starting 5 for the Clippers, speaking of Chris Dunn, is Harden and Chris Dunn in the backcourt.
Let's go.
Kobe Sanders, John Collins, your boy, and Zubac Shakur.
Zubac Shakur, baby.
So that a very formidable starting 5 there for the Clippers, even without having the availability of one James Harden. Meanwhile, for the Bulls, Coby White, Isaac Okoro, Modest, Jalen Smith, and Vooch will start us out tonight. So once again, Billy going with that double big look, Jalen Smith and Vooch out there, and, which I know Dave makes your ears sing, Modest at the 3.
Ooh.
Hey-o.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. You mentioned the work that Zubac has done for this team. Worth noting, he got himself some hardware last year while averaging a double-double to the tune of 16.8 points and 12.6 rebounds.
Impressive.
Also, by the way, shout out to him, nearly had 5 dimes a game for them last year.
Impressive stuff.
Second team all-defense and finished 6th in Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Okay.
So, like you said, Vooch is going to have his hands full tonight.
Yeah, he is.
I mentioned briefly, and let's go back to it for a second, this Clippers team and how last season ended and then what the heck they did this offseason, because it was a whole bunch of weird stuff.
It was.
Chloe, do we got our offseason recap here? Let's bring it up, because they trade Norman Powell. You just mentioned John Collins. He was involved in that 3-team trade featuring the Miami Heat and the Utah Jazz. So they lose Norman Powell, who, by the way, was scoring 21 points a game for them last season on just insanely hot 3-point shooting. Now he's doing that for the Heat. But so they lose Norman Powell. Also, a minor departure, Drew Eubanks, they waived and said goodbye to. They kept Nicholas Batum around on a modest veteran contract, 2-year deal. And then in addition to Collins, they bring in Bradley Beal in free agency on a vet, essentially not vet minimum, but a modest vet deal after he was bought out and stretched with the failed Phoenix experiment. They signed Chris Paul to essentially a vet minimum 1-year deal. And then also bring in the vet center, Brook Lopez, to back up Ivica Zubac. So of those moves, like Collins and Lopez, I think have worked out fine, not great.
Sure.
But Beal and CP3, could you have 2 bigger whiff offseason moves sandwiched together?
1 and 2 strikes right there. And I think ones that I'm not going to say we all saw coming, but kind of we all thought it was going to be that way. Well, let me just speak for myself here.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to kind of be this way for them. I thought it was going to be an issue. Bradley Beal didn't show you too much of anything when he was in Phoenix.
Nah.
I mean, just from being hurt, body betraying him at this point in time in his career. So he's on the other side of that. So when they picked him up, it was a gamble. And, I mean, you crapped out. And getting a guy like Chris Paul, who you knew was going to be in his final season, who probably just wanted to finish, with his team that people most recognize him for. Ooh, that did not end well either. You know what I'm saying? Like on the court or off the court. Yeah. That did not end well with Chris Paul. So, 2 big misses for them. And, they're kind of paying the price for it with that record that they have. But they're not in a terrible, terrible situation because they're still in a play-in kind of race. You know what I mean? Kind of team right now, who, as you've talked about, has gotten hot. But, man, just 2 big whiffs by a team that can't really afford to have any more of those whiffs.
They can't. Beal specifically played 6 games for the Clippers this season before his season-ending injury, and Chris Paul played 16 games, all off the bench, averaging just 14 minutes a game. And what do you know? There were some reports from various outlets that once the report came, hey, Chris Paul's basically just not going to be with the team anymore. We're going to part ways. That there was some power tripping and some power clashing going on between him and Clippers head coach Ty Lue.
That's not like Chris Paul.
Shocking to me. That Chris Paul and his gigantic head
he doesn't do that.
Did not work out with the LA Clippers.
I am color me surprised.
Never been more shocked.
Oh my goodness, Matt.
But maybe like part of getting through that headache of like, this we were joking about it with Emma as the Clippers were making all those offseason moves. Like, the average age of this Clippers team coming into this season is going to be what, like 47?
Yeah. 54, but yeah.
But so now they've trended to it's not like a spring chicken roster now that Beal and CP3 aren't a big part of the team.
Yeah.
You still got James Harden out there. He's a little aged, as is Kawhi when he plays. Zubac is a vet.
Yeah.
Like Collins has been around a long time. It's not a young team,
no.
But I think it was maybe just kind of shaking off some of the demons of how badly their offseason went and how badly the start of this season went.
Oh, without a doubt. And you mentioned, shaking off the demons, and I think that's what I kind of look at them as. Like the Clippers this season, just the Clippers organization in general, there's a lot of curses to break, you know what I'm saying, in that organization. Steve Ballmer tried, he's still trying to kind of do that, building the stadium, getting it going like that, getting Kawhi Leonard back on the floor, James Harden having a resurgence on that team. I mean, all those things are great, and then Clipper stuff just starts happening to him. And you can talk to Emma. Again, she'll tell you all about it. Like, Clippers things just happen to this organization and franchise. But I think that they are finding their footing. Guys like Kobe Sanders, who will be starting tonight, I like. He shoots the three pretty solidly. I think he's about 38% from the three-point line. And so you're going to have to watch out for that tonight when they're playing. And that's the reason he's in the starting lineup instead, because, when you got a guy like James Harden can spread that floor. When James Harden does that crossover and gets to the rim, he's got somebody to kick it out too. Bow, there goes the shot. So they're still formidable, and I think that can't be stressed enough.
Yeah.
They are a very formidable team no matter the issues and problems that they're having. They just haven't – they've been struggling to trying to find that way, but they have as of late. They have absolutely kind of caught fire and found their rhythm. And it starts with a guy, of course, like Kawhi Leonard, but it also starts for me with a guy like James Harden.
Our guy Clem pointing out in the chat that the Clippers are indeed on a 6-game winning streak coming into tonight's game, best active streak in the league, and that is their second 6-game winning streak since they started to turn things around after their 6-21 start. They were 6-21 on December 18th. Since then, they are 13-2. Just a remarkable turnaround. And we could dive back into a bit more of how they have done that after we knock out a couple of ads and say hello to our friends and sponsors. While you're doing that, checking out some product, hit the like button. That's free. We'll be right back. CHGO Bulls pregame is brought to you by Bet365. And right now, when you download the Bet365 app with promo code CHGO365 and place your first $5 bet on whatever you want. So basketball, hockey, playoff football. Win or lose, that $5 bet don't matter. You are going to see $200 in bonus bets drop into your account. That's awesome. That's a lot of bonus dollars. That's a lot of bonus bets. And you can use that bonus bet dollars on just about everything. Spreads, totals, player props, futures, and more. And with the NBA Tip-Off Tuesday offer, that's today. You can place a qualifying same-game parlay bet with the safety net bet feature on Tuesday NBA games and get up to $10 in bonus bets even if the bet loses. So download that Bet365 app today. And again, don't forget that promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment is never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
You could be good.
Yep.
It's a thing.
Sure.
You could be like Sarah. Sarah was very good. Joey C. Very good.
Very good.
Very good. You could be great.
Oh, two of them things.
Steven.
Steven's great.
He's great. But if you want to be Chloe, if you want to be Chloe for show,
The one and only.
You got to be ultra, ladies and gentlemen. Ultra. That means you got to have that Michelob Ultra, y'all, because whether it is can or bottle, once it hits those lips in 2026, it is full throttle. Well, what makes it so ultra, Big Dave, and why is Chloe so ultra? That's a question for her, but I can tell you what Michelob is so ultra. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Also the official American beer sponsor of your Chicago Bulls. Superior game meets superior taste. Chloe, Matt, meet superior game and superior taste. Shake hands. Say hello. It's nice. So no matter what you're playing for, make it superior and do that with Michelob Ultra. Be ultra magnetic.
CHGO Bulls pregame rolling along here on Tuesday night, getting ready for Bulls Clippers action at the UC. Peck, Big Dave, our queen Chloe on the controls, and Goat at the UC reporting. Follow him, _Gottlieb. So Big Dave, Clippers 6-21, not great.
Oh.
Since then, 13-22. On the season, they have the NBA's 13th best offense, the NBA's 21st ranked defense, and a net rating just below that 0.0 line, 18th in the NBA. However, in this 15-game stretch where they have 2 6-game winning streaks and then LWL in between those winning streaks, they have the 3rd offense in the NBA at 121.0. 6th best defense in the NBA in that same stretch at 111.6 and a net rating of plus 9.3.
Wow.
So obviously Kawhi playing is part of that.
Sure.
And he is not in there tonight, but maybe the Clippers just figured out that they do have a lot of talent on this team still and should not be that bad.
Yeah.
And look, the West, we know how difficult it is, but the Warriors got some awful news the other night. Shout out to Jimmy. Hope his recovery goes okay.
Yeah, man.
But
Seriously.
are the Warriors desperate? Are the Warriors going to pack it in? You got Portland hanging around in that play-in tournament part of the bracket, but the Clippers now coming into tonight are 10th in the West. And if Kawhi manages whatever this knee contusion or knee soreness or Kawhi kneeness is, this is a team that with enough talent to make a playoff run. As opposed to let's pack it in, because it's not like they have a lot, they've mortgaged a lot of their future to try to put this team together. So why not go for it?
I don't think they have a choice in that either, Matt. I mean, being the age that they are, we can't just say, let's wait till next year. You don't have a wait till next year roster. You have we got to do something now roster. So as good as Kawhi is, as good as Harden is, these aren't, as they say, these are not spring chickens. These guys are, up there in age, long in the tooth, as they like to say. But they're balling out. And I think maybe that's what's hitting them, is knowing that part of it. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You hope it's not a train. But you can see the light at the end of the tunnel right there. And you got to be playing your best basketball right about this point in time. And I know Kawhi's been killing. But again, I will just continue to harp on James Harden. And what he's been doing, man. Because I'm looking up in those past 10, Matt, he's averaging 25 points and 8 assists. And he's not shooting great at all.
No.
He's not have great shooting splits. I mean, he's shooting 23% from the three-point line.
Ew.
He's shooting 40% from the field. But James Harden, what does he do? He's going to get to that free throw line.
Oh, he does.
All right, 9.8 attempts at the free throw line is James Harden, ladies and gentlemen. So he'll get you those 10 points, and then I'm going to get another 10 at this free throw line. Because guess what? He is shooting 90% from the free throw line in those 10 games.
Right.
He's averaging those 9.8 attempts.
I mean, it is and not something that they have just done in this recent stretch of 15 games where they've reeled off so many wins. The Clippers have been one of the best teams in the league all season at getting to the line. James Harden's on your team. Kawhi Leonard's on your team.
Yeah.
No shock there.
No.
Second in the NBA in free throw to field goal attempt ratio. Trailing only the other LA team, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Ooh.
I heard that LeBron never gets any calls, though.
That's what I heard.
I've heard that so many times.
That's why he had to wear a patch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You always got to let the people know when LeBron is playing through a boo-boo.
Oh, man, you got to have that.
He's got so many owies.
Yeah, man.
But, yeah, I mean, that is one thing that this team has done at an elite level all season long.
Yeah.
You mentioned Harden's stats in this recent stretch. Chloe, let's throw up what James Harden has been doing across the entire season at 26 points and 8 dimes a game. Even his season shooting splits are bad.
Yeah, those aren't great.
Sub 43 from the field, 34 from downtown, which is okay, but you would expect better from James Harden. And he's taking a bunch. I think he's around 8 or so three-point attempts a game. So high volume and only at 34%. But not only is he getting to that line, 90% conversion rate. So that is something that the Bulls will have to be aware of. The Bulls have good nights and bad nights when it comes to keeping their opponents off the free throw line. And then the other thing that I think could be an interesting factor in this game when it comes to maybe taking advantage of something or trying to play the Bulls style that allows them to score and outscore their opponents and play fast. The Clippers, 29th in the NBA in protecting the basketball.
Ooh.
Turnover percentage of 13.9. They love to turn the ball over, which is music to the Bulls' ears, because as much as the Bulls want to rely on transition scoring opportunities, fast break points, whether it's Coby, whether it's Io, even with Josh Giddey out of the lineup, they want to run, they want to play fast. The Bulls struggle at getting those takeaways.
Yeah, they do.
That create those transition opportunities. So against this Clippers team that turns the ball over a ton, get your hands in some passing lanes, Bulls. Let's see if their perimeter defense can be somewhat respectable tonight. Get some steals generated. Hey, Sarah Bear, bye, Sarah Bear. And get some easy points. Get a solid margin advantage in points off turnovers tonight.
And honestly, Matt, that means I'm looking at 2 players right now. Then I'm looking at Trey Jones, and I'm looking at Dalen Terry. Those are the guys I'm looking at. And Trey Jones, obviously, because he's the steals leader on the team. He's the one that's going to generate those. He gets out. He can bother James Harden, and guard him in a way where he might not foul. James Harden is a brilliant foul merchant, but he can guard you in a way where he can bother him and probably not foul him, but still get a couple of those steals in those passing lanes like you're talking about. Dalen Terry, though, ladies and gentlemen, he is the one that Matt is talking about, the Bulls not getting those opportunities, those steals, and getting out in transition. That is Dalen Terry's whole game, is getting that. When transition Terry is in full effect, it's fun basketball to watch out there. And he can get in those lanes and really bother the threes and the twos. And I'm talking about the positions on the floor for the Clippers. He can really bother those guys. And once he gets that ball and he gets out in transition, watch out. It becomes fun after that. And the game becomes very simple for him. And this is the opportunity for him, for a team that enjoys turning the ball over and giving up those opportunities. I'm looking at those two guys in this game in particular to have a big one.
Before we get out of here and get ready to watch this Bulls-Clippers game, you know what it's time for?
Tell me!
Time for those pregame picks, y'all!
Pregame picks.
Love a little pregame picks. Action. Pregame picks presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Please, Peck picks.
So, my first one on deck tonight, Jalen Smith. As his role has grown, no Zach Collins, who's been out for a while now, plus Billy Donovan more frequently, including tonight, putting Jalen in that starting lineup and playing him bigger minutes than he has at any point in his 1.5-year NBA career thus far, or Bulls career, I should say, rather, thus far. He's just been putting up double-doubles all the freaking time.
Yes.
And plus 205 money on Jalen to grab 10 or more boards tonight. I like it.
Okay.
I like that value on Jalen Smith to pull down 10 boards tonight because he's been pulling down 10 boards in a lot of these games recently. Coby White. Season high, 7 made threes in their win over the Nets on Sunday. Want to see him continue that. Maybe he won't hit 7 tonight, but come on, Coby.
Yeah.
Knock down your threes. Keep that groove going. We've been talking about it all season, how hard it's been for him to find a rhythm coming in and out of the lineup as he deals with this calf injury. Yeah. 3 or more made threes for Coby. That seems like at a certain point in time, that's like, well, duh. Yeah. Of course Kobe's going to knock down 3 threes tonight.
Right.
Plus 110 there. I like that. Knock down your shots tonight, Coby. And then Trey Jones. And I felt good about this before knowing that Giddey was officially going to sit tonight, and now so even more. Trey Jones, 7 or more dimes, plus 320 odds.
Oh.
Trey Jones has been stacking dimes in Josh Giddey's absence. I like him to do it again tonight. Yeah. There are your 3 Bulls pregame picks of the night. I didn't even take anything for Harden or any of the Clippers players. I usually go 2 Bulls, 1 opponent.
You do.
But tonight I was like, you know what?
Nope.
I like Jalen boards. I like Kobe threes. And I like Trey dimes.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
Special night.
Solimer in the chat saying the Clippers are a retirement home. That's partly accurate.
Yeah, some truth in that. Yeah, it's there. It
is there.
They're still good though. That's the problem. You come to that retirement home, man. Just because they got to be in bed by 4.
I'm saying
don't mean that they not up at 8.
Like this
is dawn, ready to go.
You would think like our guy Goat was like, oh, of course Kawhi's going to sit this game for the for the Clips when the Bulls have the Clips in town. But like again, yes, they don't have Kawhi. They're missing Bogdanovich. They're missing a couple of key guys. You still have James Harden out there.
Still got him,
You still have Zubac out there. You still have Bulls legend Chris Dunn. Out there doing his thing. So this is not a cakewalk in any capacity for the Bulls. Far from it, I would say. I was kind of surprised to see that the line, which I always stay away from, unless it's a live line when the Bulls are down big or up big, and I know that that's not going to hold.
Okay.
But the Bulls were favored 3.5 coming into this game tonight.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I get that they're the home team.
Okay.
And these teams have similar records. Well, I think the Clippers are 19-23, Bulls 20-22. But the Clippers are on a 6-game winning streak.
Sure.
And the Bulls haven't sniffed anything like that in a while now.
Yeah, but again, they play up to the competition. And I don't think they're looking at the Clippers' record. It's the Clippers' team. Like, no matter what their record is, you still see the stars out there on the floor. You still see the guys that get those primetime hits and views, and guys, a lot of them on the team, let's be honest, probably grew up looking at, watching, emulating, trying to steal some things from a Kawhi Leonard, from a James Harden, and those guys. So, yeah, man, I think they'll get up for this. I want Modest, obviously, to have that good game.
Right.
I would like for him to get to that foul line. We told you 6 free throws, sir. We're going to need them 6.
Please.
I'm going to need them, bro.
Please. I need it. Speaking of which, our guy, French Bulls fan in the chat, saying Modest with a 25-point game tonight. And I'll be back in the post-game show chat yelling, Victoire de Bulls!
Victoire de
Book
Bulls.
it. Mentioned that he was not watching pregame from 30,000 feet. He said he and his better half are heading to the airport in a few hours.
Oh, okay.
So safe travels to you,
safe travel. Get it safe, bro.
our guy Clum, and safe
Excited
travels to
y'all,
all who are planning to make their way to Chicago and the Madhouse for the D-Rose festivities coming up this weekend. Excited to see y'all and bask in the glory. Of Derrick Rose together.
Splendor and glory of D-Rose night. Come celebrate with your boy.
That's right. Meanwhile, Jep Rock's in the chat saying, remove the gather step from the NBA. Well, not tonight, because we got Coby White and James Harden playing in this game.
Bro. Yeah.
Let's get all those crazy double sidestep step backs.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be gather step
out there for sure. Gather.
Step. A shot. That's going to be fun. But I'm just worried about Harden getting hot. That's all I'm worried about. He's bad at three-point shooting.
Yeah.
But he can still get hot.
He can.
And that's an issue. So
and I think he's coming off of like a 36 or 37-point night the other night.
Okay.
So Harden can still cook.
Still do
that beard might be getting a little long.
It's still nice, though.
But
that beard, there's still some, birds up in there chilling. Yep. That beard is still nice, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. However he's getting that done. Shout out to him.
That is it for pregame. Make sure, as I said, you're following along our guy, Will Gottlieb, Will_Gottlieb. He's at the UC. We will talk to him in postgame. Hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't done it yet, it's free. Shout out to Queen Chloe hanging out with us on the controls. She'll be back for postgame. She's so excited.
She is.
Thanks for tuning in. The premature bull. You jinxed him, Chloe. You jinxed him.
The preliminary Bulls win. Oh, no.
It just said Bulls. It didn't say Bulls win. Okay, thank you very much.
Well, yes, but we know what that's attached to.
No.
All right, well, everybody, let's watch and see if Chloe just horribly jinxed the Bulls.
That's right. Let's see if she's done
I'm
we
never
can
gonna be
all come
allowed
back to
back
post
ever
game
again.
and either blame her or absolve her of responsibility.
That's right.
Either way, we'll be here for post game in a couple hours. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you then. See you, Red. Be good.
Love y'all, man. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.